I think it's working, guys. Jesus. Alright, whatever. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to another King of the... This is a Regicide Pilgrims tiny two-player matchup. They're starting Castle Age. We've had quite a bit of lag, which is why you see the game's already started, but it looks to be going alright now. Player's going to migrate to the middle. This is a tiny, tiny Pilgrims map. And again, it's Regicide. So this is a very, very tense situation here. They start with Regicide resources, just a little bit of resources. As you can see, they have a lot of villages here on the map. Orange has been defeated already. He disconnected, but that's okay. We'll have a six-way here. And everything looks to be working perfectly smoothly, which makes absolutely no sense to me whatsoever, considering how much lag we got at the very beginning here, and how we had a drop. But everything looks to be going good now. We'll introduce the players as they place down their town centers. This is going to be a very intense opening of the matchup. As you can see, some of these villages got stranded on their islands. These transport ships only carry five slots at a time. So we'll have to see if these guys are going to get transported over, or they're just going to work on these lumber camps here. Just as they are now. Hoax, apparently, what is Hoax doing? He can't multitask. He's not been defeated, guys. He's just not multitasking here. He's built a lumber camp on his gold. Huh. Let's introduce the players. We just started with Hoax, so we'll keep going with him. He's playing as Persians. He's a 1700 level player. I think this is his first community game. And he's going to build his town center in the bottom right here. We have Gazna, a stream favorite. I believe he's got 2 community game victories. He's playing as the Chinese. He's about 1700 level. He started over here on this island. We have, just now transported to this island, we have Not Tyrant, Not the Viper, a 1900 level player. He is playing as the Burmese. What a new Rise of Raja civilizations. We have Sean playing as the Vikings. Sean is a 1700 level player. He started in this island over here. In purple, we have Garta. This is his first community game. He's playing as the Malians. He is 1600 level. In yellow, we have Development playing as the Khmer. And Development's tied for 3rd place as far as community game victories. He's got 3 community game victories now, as far as the current standings go. So he's playing as Khmer. He's about 1600 level rated. And that should be all the players. Did I miss anyone? It looks like I did not. Looks like all the players have a foothold on the middle island. We have 4 players on the top, 2 players on the bottom. Scout rush coming from Garta. King is on the loose. King is on the loose for Sean. Woo, 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 woo. Gonna run into the town center, no! Oh my god. I'm gonna kill myself if we have any more invisible king snipes. Invisible king snipes being the kings that I can't see. So I'll keep my eyes peeled for those king snipes. Players probably gonna boom it up. They're in Castle Age. They can start a boom right away. We see more aggression, of course, from Garta. A little bit of blaming of his gold from Development. Now, this is the only gold Garta can see. Resources are very limited on this map. It's obviously a 2-player map size, with half of the map being dedicated to water. And Sean's going to go up for the boom here. So 3 players all within the same screen right here. What is Garta going to do? He's going to go with the tower. No, he's going to battle down these villagers, and he's going to bring his own villagers here. Very intense right now. Let's see if they can kill these villagers. Villager's gonna battle it out. Let's see who's gonna win this fight. Looks like Garta has the numbers. He's gonna kill the first villager. Scout's gonna go down for Garta. As it's just Malians versus Vikings, same kinds of villagers. And looks like this town center might not get up. What is the plan now for Garta as he prevents this town center getting up? What is Development gonna do? This isn't diplomacy, of course. So Garta's gonna go for the Spearman. That's where he can do the most damage. And I don't know, if I was Development, I would probably try to prevent Sean from getting this town center up. I don't see what harm that would be. But it looks like Sean's actually not going to get this town center up. More villagers coming from Garta. Garta's going to place a town center here, ensuring that this town center is basically a bunch of wasted resources. And a little bit extra palisade, just to be 100% sure. So not a great start from Sean. He's dropped to the bottom of the score. Sean is playing as the Vikings, so he'll have a very good water army. A little bit of a weaker land army. Although he can hold his own against cavalry civilizations with those berserks with the chieftains upgrade. Development, let's see, playing as Khmer, he's going to go for a boom. He's already walled himself off. No dock for him. In fact, he doesn't even have access to a dock, aside from this dock here in the middle island. Which, he's already gotten some good fishing out. Other players, we have Not Tyrant, Not the Viper, playing as the Burmese. Burmese, very good infantry. Terrible archers, good unique unit. Okay, siege. They have a decent land army. It's okay. No water bonuses, so to speak of. But Not Tyrant, Not the Viper does have the skill advantage. He's 1900 ELO, remember. Hoax playing as the Persians. Hoax has walled himself off. The Persians get the best boom out of any of these civilizations. Pretty confident to say that. Pretty good cavalry army. And they can get gunpowder as well. So a little bit of versatility with them. Certainly stronger as the game goes on. Maybe they could get out war elephants as well. But first they need that boom. We have Gazna playing as the Chinese. Chinese, very versatile civilization. I think they're the most versatile civilization in the game. Decent economy, decent archers, decent cavalry, but really nothing too strong. And a pretty good unique unit. Their navy's okay. All these civilizations, you can say their navy's okay, except for the Vikings, which probably excel at the navy. We have Malians for Garta. Garta has some really good infantry. Won't be good against Vikings infantry, though. Vikings infantry is definitely better, one-on-one. Khmer are not going to be making a lot of archer-type units, so I don't see where the Malians, they play too well. However, Malians are quite versatile. They can go into cavalry or into archers themselves, since they do get arbalest. And they have a good economy as well. What civilization have I missed? I believe that's all the civilizations. We've talked about all in these the six-way. Let's take a look at what's going on in the water here. We have just mining some stone here. Looks like Not Tyrant has transported all his villagers over. These villagers very exposed, which is why Sean has decided to take water control, go for his Vikings navy nice and early. Can kill a lot of villagers, kill fishing ships as well. However, Sean doesn't have any fishing ships out quite yet. Might want to make use out of that later. So the big thing is, probably these four guys going to battle out, and then on the bottom, we're going to have these two guys battle out. Castle already down for Gazna. Means he's been mining quite a bit of stone. He's got a good boom going, too. And we'll have to see what Hoax's reaction to this is. He's got a monastery that should be able to ward off anything that's not siege-related, or a castle. That should be good for now. And remember, this is Regicide. The king snipes are definitely a must. Very hard to hide a king on a two-player map size, where half the map, again, is dedicated to water. Knights coming out from Garta. Sean's still not looking in good position. He's getting his town center battered down by a Mangano. What is his response? His response is nice. It's a stable. Go for that ultra-strong Vikings cavalry. Not. But should still be a reasonable defense against this Mangano. However, the Mangano's right under the town center. They'll provide some supporting arrow fire. And this is a strong position for Not Tyrant, Not the Viper if he wants to expand out. However, overall, he doesn't look too strong. He's only on a single town center. In fact, he's the lowest score in this game. But both these guys pretty low. Garta not looking great either. He's kind of confined in here. Development's also kind of confined in here. That's what you get with a two-player map size. He does have one villager that has snuck out. And this villager could potentially drop town centers, which would be great. In fact, it looks like he's walling himself in, and looks to be doing that, hopefully, in the future. Whose position do I like best in this situation? I do like Gazna's situation the best. He's got a clear score advantage. He's got a very versatile civ, and he's got space. Space is very important. Not feeling the pressure at all. Now, Hooks is up to 2 town centers. There's no space for him to boom. That's very unfortunate. He should expand out here, but as you can see, we have Sean over here. It's going to definitely be worth it if he wants to boom in this area, though. Can get a lot of farms up in this area. Farms going to be very hard to place. Back in the water. Looks like Gartra has decided to defend his fishing ships. He's got a trade cog here. I think that was a misclick. And a galley out of his own. Not too much investment from Sean. He's not going to put too much into it. Obviously, their economies are pretty weak at this stage. And 2 Manganos out. Let's see what these 2 knights can do. +1 attack, +1 armor done from Sean. Now, if you think about it, +1 attack really doesn't do anything against Manganos, though. If you want to go to expert mode here. Expert mode casting. 10 attack versus 11 attack. Not going to make a big difference as far as a Mangano. With 50 HP and exactly 0 armor. So that +2 armor definitely would have been a lot better, worth it. And yeah, this is going to be Sean's, what? One of his 2 town centers. He's going to go for the Manganos again. Let's see how many he can get. If he can get all 3, then I think he can hold out. He's going to get 2. Is he going to go for the 3rd? He's going to go for the 3rd. And wow, what a good trade for Sean. He's going to keep his town center up and running. What Sean could really use, though, is maybe a Mangano of his own. Why not go for some Manganos, try to batter this town center down and the siege workshop? One of the answers might be, Sean is actually really low on gold right now. This is his main gold. Back at his own base, he is mining a bit of gold, though, so maybe a market would be in order. On the top, we have crossbows coming out from development. This is the strongest army we see so far, these crossbows. And they should be able to do quite a bit of damage. Could even snipe this king if they're lucky. Will they be able to get it? Looks like development not gonna... He can't see this right now, so he's not gonna go for that. Here's his line of sight. Can't see that king. Just huddled in the wood line. Gotta take care of your kings, people. Seen too many negligent king snipes. Oh my god, huge Megalith shot, another big shot, wow, from Garta. Will he get the third one? He's attacking ground here. There's the third shot, huge shots from Garta. Garta's gonna soar in the score, and development's gonna drop like a rock. Wow, what great hits from Garta. Really making his presence known now. So he's got some room to breathe now. Spearman coming out from development. We'll have to see a response from Garta, but that was so important for him. Check back at the bottom side. Gazna is the first player to reach the Imperial Age. Trebuchet is coming out straight away. There's no room for Hoax to expand out. He's going to go out with a castle here. And let's see if Sean has anything to say about that. Looks like the castle will get up in time. And Chuckanu already out from Gazna. Gazna looking super strong in the early stages of this game. Here we go. Castle is up. Nothing from Sean to prevent the castle at this stage. Oh, castle! Castle's right here! Oh, no! No, don't lose the king! Put in the castle! Oh my god, that would have been the worst king snipe ever. Losing the king right under the castle. Can't believe that one. Alright, town center finally will go down for Sean. Not looking for any of these three guys on the top side. How are they going to stop Gazna? Gazna's a beast right now. Going to take down these town centers. Hoax has been defeated. He's lost his king. Where is his king? His king's right there. I see the body this time. I see the body, guys. I actually saw it. Hoax, you dummy. You left the king out there to die. Oh my god. When the castle was right here, how could you do that? How could you do that? Hoax will be the first one eliminated. So we're down to a 5-way now. With Hoax eliminated, this gives Gazna more space to expand, more space to place his farms, to get those nice food upgrades, transition to light cav later on. Get the gold, get the stone, that kind of stuff. But also, he'll be able to look forward to maybe taking out Sean. Sean's not much of a big threat. Taking out, not tiring out the Viper, all these little weaker players. At least at this stage. Now, which civilization is the best to go up against Gazna? We have Vikings? No, definitely not. The Viking infantry won't stand a chance versus Chuckanu. Malians, definitely. Malian infantry definitely will stand a chance against Chuckanu with the extra pierce armor. Khmer like scorpions. Don't see that working out. Khmer like battle elephants. I don't see development getting the economy for battle elephants. So I like out of all these players, Garta. His civilization is the best to deal with the Chinese. However, the Chuckanu, such a formidable, unique unit, fires multiple arrows, can do a lot of damage versus high pierce armor units, which the archers don't normally do high damage to. And the reason for that is because each arrow has to do at least 1 damage. So you fire 4 arrows, you get automatically 4 damage. You have a massive Chuckanu up like this, and suddenly you're doing, 80, 90 damage a volley. Looks like Not Tyrant will try to defend from the Chuckanu with Monks and Mangonels. Mangonels very, very good against Chuckanu with only 4 range. And nothing else going on the water here. Now remember, King Snipe is always in the works. It's always possible. So Gazna can always lose his king. Same could be said for the other players here. So Gazna doesn't have this game in the bag. Finally, development's going to build that town center on the right side here. And these guys are still fighting it out. They're like bitter city-states, while Gazna is just the mighty Chinese empire. But these guys need to unify. They need to decide who's the biggest threat here. Castle coming up from Not Tyrant, Not the Viper. Castle going down for Not Tyrant, Not the Viper as soon as it goes up. Big onager shots. Nope. Getting too excited here. Oh, look at this micro from Gazna. I'm going to target down this Mangonels. But not looking so good for Not Tyrant. He's going to need some help here. He's going to need to pull an ace out of the bag. Pull a cat out of the bag. I don't know what the... My euphemisms are terrible. But he's going to have to pull something special here. Alright, he's going to go forward with mangonels. None of these trebuchets have been able to land a shot yet. If he can take these trebuchets out, Ken hold his castle for a little bit longer. And some big shots in the Chuckunu too. There we go. Trebuchets are down. Will he get a big shot into the Chuckunu? Gazna getting a little bit too aggressive here. And Gazna's going to get... No, he's going to take a big shot! He's being way too aggressive. Now, Elite Chuckunu done. All the upgrades coming in from Gazna. Super strong. Where can you buy the Conquerors? You can't find it on Steam. You can find it on Amazon or G2A.com. Steam has the HD edition, which you can play the Conquerors, but it's not the original game. Quite a bit differences as far as the coding and that kind of stuff. If you want to play Conquerors, you probably want to play it on Voobly. At Matt Ciaz? Can't pronounce names. So it looks like development's going to get cleaned up. This town center will go down. Knights are in the back of the space. This is going to be the end of development, or is it? Because he's got a little bit based on the right. Got a little bit of navy control too. Here's his king. Going to go right out in his transport ship and find a new land to rebuild. But that's the end of development for now. Looks like Garta is going to be the one guy that survives up here. Well, Not Tyrant's still looking okay. He's got 3 town centers. Decent economy. As you can see by taking out these trebuchets, Not Tyrant has been able to thwart off Gazna for some time. Gazna is going with Bombard Towers. How strong is that? Chuckunu and probably Light Cav. Let's check Gazna. Is these Light Cav or are these Cavalier? They're going to be Light Cav. Don't know if someone went water. We have development going water. We have no one else going water at this stage. But where's development going? He's going to find nowhere to land. It's a tiny, tiny map. Alright, Garta's going to pressure Not Tyrant, not the Viper. He's in a terrible position this game. Let's see the micro. Let's see the micro from these guys. Here we go. 2 big mangonel shots. 2 mangonels down. 3rd mangonel's down. So once again, Not Tyrant the Viper, this is his 2nd defense this game. Gonna repair up those mangonels, good as new. Repaired up the castle, good as new. Great defense from Not Tyrant, not the Viper. Is really showing his ELO advantage here. His skill advantage. The question is, can he do this one more time as Gazna is getting ready for another push with Light Cav? Heavy raid incoming from Gazna. Gazna currently the top score by far, 3,000 score lead. Look at development. Sean calling GG. Sean has been defeated. He's lost his king. Damn it. He would have been defeated either way, but I wanted to see the king snipe. What is Regicide without the king snipe? That is the question. Yeah, we have no clue where his king went down, but he's got no space to expand out anywhere. Development defeat. Oh my god, did we miss development too? Screw me. Screw me, guys. I have to do the T90 thing where I hotkey the kings first thing in the game. But yeah, we missed that one too. Development's pretty much out as well. Who knows where his king went down? So we're left with 3 at this stage. We're left with Gazna, who has the best chance at this game, I feel. Not Tyrant, not the Viper, who's shown us his skill. He's shown us his defense. He's already defended twice this game, and Garta to the north. Now, Garta so far this game got huge mangonel shots on development, was able to single-handedly take out development. Keep pressure on Sean. Garta stopped the town center from going up to Sean, so he's definitely carved out his role in this game. Who's going to win from these 3 guys? Here we go. Gazna getting ready for his push. He's got Trebuchet, Chuckunu. Just missing Rocketry. Rocketry's the +2 attack for Chuckunu. It's the unique tech for the Chinese. Oh, he showed up with 5 galleons out of nowhere, says Sean. Yeah, I missed that one completely. Oh, development was... No. Development's right here. He's still got his king alive. But we didn't miss that king snipe. Alright, second defense. This time, Gazna's really bringing a lot more defense here to defend this trebuchet. Let's see what the Rimbai can do. Oh, they can't do too much. This was just Miss Micro. What can not Tyrant, not the Viper do in this situation? He can try to use the Monk's range, maybe. Get that block printing. Do the Burmese get block printing? They should. They get cheaper Monk techs. Is he going to go for the Trebuchet snipe? They don't do any damage versus Trebuchets. They do pierce armor. Instead, he's going to lose 3, 4... Yeah, 4 Arembai, and the rest are heavily damaged. Castle's going down slowly. And this might be end for Not Tyrant. Looking very bad for him, being pressured from both sides. Has no stone to repair this castle. Now, so we don't miss this one, the king is in Not Tyrant's Middletown Center. I'll try not to miss that king snipe. He's not going to buy the stone. I don't think he has a market. And Knight's coming in from the top, too. Looking very bad for Not Tyrant, not the Viper. Now, maybe it's time for these guys to consider it King Snipe, because Not Tyrant can always go for the King Snipe. Has a little bit of army. A little bit of Rimbai. Now, Gauss has been really smart, though. He's placed his king in this castle, so Not Tyrant would have to build some sneaky trebuchets. And he has no castle, so that's not going to work for him. Garta can possibly do that, though. Garta going up with stables. Going to go heavier and heavier into knights. Garta's still in the castle age, though. What kind of chance does he stand against Gazna? Looks like an easy game for Gazna. He's really played his cards right this game. And if Gazna does win this game, he'll jump up to 3 community game victories, which will put him into third place on this channel. He'll be tied for 3rd place with Wormy and Development. Looks like Gazna's going to go in. He's going to start to kill off these Arimbai. Doesn't have to worry too much about being cost efficient. Here comes the heavy siege. Trebuchet is starting to siege down the town centers. I believe the king is in here. We'll have to find out. It's going to go down very quickly. Not Tyrant calling it GG. And Not Tyrant has resigned. Not even going to wait for the king to go down. King is in this back right town center, apparently. But that's it. We're down to the final 2. We started with 6. We're down to 2. It's been a pretty cool map, I must admit. But so well played from Gazna. Showing us that Chinese power, that Chinese versatility. Now, remember, I said from the beginning of the game, Malians are the civ to deal with Chinese, I feel. However, we don't see those champions coming out. Instead, we see Castle Age... No, Castle Age Knights. Although Garta has just gone up to the next age. Rocketry finally done for Gazna. These guys are fully upgraded, super strong. Look at the attack on these guys. It's more attack than a frickin' knight. Now, Garta does have a nice defense here. He's got 2 castles here. Everything that comes in will take some heavy damage from these castles. But those trebuchets aren't very... it's not going to be very long before those trebuchets are on here. And even with the unique tech, Garta can get his town centers to fire arrows, too. Goss is even going to be safe. He's going to go with a little bit of water control as well. Let's take a look. Where's Garta's king? Garta's king should be in this town center. And just more production buildings coming out from Gazna. He's done a really good job building enough production buildings. As you can see, Gazna can spend a little bit more of his resources. But he's climbing up there as far as population. We look at the score, it's 12,000 to 7,000. Here comes the Cavalier, only +2 armor done. Those guys are not going to hold up very long against... Let's do the maths. This is 14 attack per Chuckanu for the first arrow. Yet alone the rest of the arrows. The rest of the arrows do 3 damage. And 3 Cavaliers getting converted as they run through. What great micro from Gazna. And Gazna's only a 1700 level player, guys. You guys have hope. If you're 1700 level players on YouTube or in the stream, you can play like Gazna. Garta's just going to call it GG right there. His army can't stack up, and Gazna's going to take this game. Well played, Gazna. What a crazy start to this game. After that huge lag tonight, all the players competing for space, and slowly, Gazna eliminating everybody. Not Terran getting sandwiched between these two players, and Garta being the last player left. Garta being able to squeeze out development, squeeze out Sean, with the help of Gazna, squeeze out not Tyrant, not the Viper, but it's not going to be enough for Garta. Garta not getting the economy, not getting the appropriate army to deal with Chukunu, and it's going to be GG. Good game, Gazna. If you did enjoy this game and you'd like to see more Regicide matches, I'll place a link to a Regicide matchup on the left side, and here's some more community games for you guys to enjoy on the right side. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.